did the slow transition on it, slow fade, then thought it would feel better, and I think it did. Starting earlier than I planned last time. Brushes. What was I doing with these brushes? Oh, I was trying to animate. Draw for Castle Crashers DLC. On their template. I'm gonna bring that up. Let's do that on our gaming channel. But no, let's do this. I could show it to you. I hope everybody is. I can't wish for everybody to be doing okay right now. I have to, so I want everybody to be okay, man. But I hope you're alright. It's really hard to talk about myself right now, you know. Just jumping with the Castle Crash thing, like, man, just wishing everybody a good day got me. Like choked up. I hope you can make it a good day for yourself and people around you, at the very least. But maybe I can do that. If I can find it. Is this it? Which one's this? Light Coral? It just assigns names. Solve this one. This one I think is me. Yeah. I'll bring that up, but I'll show you my brothers too. Wait, that's not. Oh yeah, that's my export. Dark green. Yeah, we gotta work it out. What's maroon? Oh, that's a template. But yeah. Ranting, I had a lot to say when I put that title up. I may not be able to rant intelligently or like informedly, you know, but, and I don't want to go into my emotions too much. In this specific case, I'm trying to find the title thing. I guess I gotta do that online. I don't know how to do it in OBS if I can. But we'll keep the title. But I was just watching Mike from PA. You know, I've never seen him, and I only caught a minute of him before I had to get on here. But yeah. Saw the Jesse Ventura thing. Saw the everything, you know. We'll take it slow. This is my bro. He's gonna get big. We gotta see how that plays in the game. That plays alright. it was tricky figuring out the arms, and I still probably fix it a bit. Oh, where's my, did I lose my sketch layer, bro? Or my, yeah. Or did I only do the hit? No, because I exported all. Whatever, let's get back to Doom, huh? But I don't want this in. Just gonna have to be patient. We'll get to Doom stuff. Guess I didn't save the clip. Shit, I could sing, kinda, not very good, but it's a lot easier for me than ranting. Ranting takes it out of me, man. So does drawing. But I did it on Ichiland. Let me know if I have WMS. I'm on my headset today. Why did I? Oh yeah, 'cause I got the webcam plugged in, just in case. I didn't turn it on. Probably nobody heard me say that. So scot-free. Hang on, I'm doing something on the phone. There's a, oh. Oops. People are gonna be like, why did this is Steve Miller and then it's just not? You just gotta wait. It doesn't really matter. Why am I wasting? Well, I don't want it on the drawing layer, so Is that all? Is that all? Portraits. Oh, it's blowing up. I can't blow it up. It's still blowing up. No. Crop. Much better. work. I'm new to this still and haven't done it for a minute. Just been watching the world for a minute. I'm not that kind of guy though, just sit and watch. But I don't know what to do. Alright, I can say that. I gotta finish him before next month or so. Oh. Alright. What was I using to paint this? It's a big old crazy brush. I guess we'll try new brushes in. Nasty girl. Make it big. No, we want to erase, right? Yeah. Same one. Nasty. Okay. How big? Woo! Maybe not. How do I reset that, man? Whatever. I need a big one. Did I make one? Destroyer. Okay, that's cool. But 2000 is too big. Is it big? That's like a butterfly, dude. Or are they locusts of the apocalypse? I don't know what locusts look like. It's kind of cool, but something else. Monkeys. Grindhouse is what I was using. Third grade art cards. Well, I need to refine stuff. But this is values and what was my soft? It's just lowering the opacity. I don't know, but this is eraser though. Wake up, Justin. Why you do so much? That's better. Yeah, ranting. I mean, I'm not gonna like just go in for any person. It's just this first thing politically. But I don't know. I might be too hungry to start going there. My stomach just rumbled. Cranberry. Bigger brushes, bro. Particles. Bigger particles, man. Women and other people. Yeah, there's serious problems in this fucking country right now, man. And it didn't just start, but people are just barely now talking about it, including me. You know. But I'll just say right off the bat, nobody deserves to die because of who they are, how they were born, or how they choose to live, or what religion they follow. I'm just gonna say all the basic shit that I can think of right now, so I know we're on the same page. I'm also gonna pull up a reference of a human skull, so that might make my point a little bit. And I'm not gonna go there. I know what you're thinking. I'm not going there. It's about mortality. That might be the best one. This might be the best skull reference I've ever seen. Are they real? I don't know. They look real. Yeah, they are. No, I don't like that. That just weirds me out. I want a human skull reference. Fuck, man. They're like plaster casts, but they're plaster clones. Like real skulls. No, I just don't really want that site to be around. I mean, it's probably just osteological records, but I'm going to mortality and I'll just take this one. Oh wait, don't I have a skull reference in this fucking? Sorry, I need close all of this. No. Yes. Okay. I do have a skull reference in here. Just gotta open it. But okay, it does have that stuff. Come up like that. What does it look like inside? I got that, right? Yeah. I don't care what gender, non-gender you are. You're still family to me. Just want to say that too. I don't care who you choose to love either. You're still family out there to me. And I don't care who you choose not to do business with either, for the record. Where's that cool? Oh, it's probably equipped. Just want to soften the shadows, but I still want to have them. Then I'll have wish. Alright. Just want some intense shadows there. Probably eliminate shadows that close. Should this be even brighter? I gotta get the structure right though. Really know how it comes together there. Does it just come straight together? Okay. Just draw through. I kept saying that. Yeah, I'm trying to be all excited. I was actually genuinely excited because I was having fun. It was like physical therapy, but for getting back into animation kind of. Just drawing. It's been hard for me to do ever since my entire worldview crashed. Like, I don't know how many years ago now. 5 or 7, 6, 8, 10. I don't know, man. Right before. It had to have been a long time ago, dude. Dude, my whole fucking 20s are gone, man. Relative to, I feel like my childhood of my friends, and now, you know. I mean, not my whole 20s, because the times I had with smart people, but they were also just not right a lot of times. Just not good. This country does terrible things to good people, man. Changes them into bad doers, and it's out of control. Am I using actual black? No. This should be, yeah. I need to really get into this fire, you know, 6 new. We have to take a pass. Like this. And it is hard to rant while I'm drawing. I gotta say, they both exhaust me and I'm hungry, and I will have to pause for dinner soon. And I gotta feed my dogs right now, you know. So I'll be right back. Already been going for the leash. Okay, I'll be right back. Dogs fed, dogs fed. Dogs fed. Dogs fed. I like the whistle. Yeah. notes at it. But man, I feel like I haven't found the best big old fat softy, you know, or roughy. I found a softy, obviously. I don't know where that is. Add bleed effect. Ooh, ooh, that might be good to get some interesting bone shapes. You know? Bony texture. Oh, true grit. Texture supply, by the way. Oh crap. I do like that add bleed effect. There's like a weird brush. Just not even just trying to make it look like a real painting, but just because I mean that's what all this is for, is to have simulate the old printing processes. But I just want to fuck around, have that feel, but just mess around with it. You know, see where I can push it. I might be ready to start ranting soon. Well, I've never been one who liked assigned work, you know, and I don't know, I had a good attitude about going to work, you know, especially at first. Well, I don't know if I did ever really. I did have to warm up to it a little. But, kind of overused that there. You know, I had a good attitude about work, especially when I started. My best friend there started with me. I don't remember if he started with me, if it was just around the same time, but we worked together, but we were friends at school already, like going way back. I just, you know, my mind wanders, and I like to sometimes have to, sometimes I have to just freaking unplug, and it's not like just sitting there. I go, and sometimes I do need to just sit there, but I just gotta go around wherever it wants to. I think that's true of everybody. Like it's not like you have severe ADHD, but just you gotta ruminate on things. You gotta think about things. You gotta, make sure you know where you stand. And that's what I did my whole life, you know. It's just sort of think, who am I? What is this world I'm in? You know, and that, especially without guidance in some of the worst times of my life, I just you know, fell into some of the worst ideological traps. Not the worst. Never fell for those ones. so many are now. Maybe I did. No, I don't think I did. I probably fell for the idea that there were people who didn't like our country and didn't necessarily care if we lived or died. But I mean, can you really blame them? Have we ever... I'm not even going to say we. I take back all my we's. But I mean, they claim to represent us, right? Sounds familiar. Sounds common. Claim to represent. You know? Maybe they do. Maybe they represent us like as people, as a representative sample, like generalizing not specifically everybody, but percentage-wise or something like that, or innate potential-wise, or the structure itself-wise. All of the conditions that, you know, it's like an environment will affect everything that is in that environment, no matter what, right? You know, that's one of those harsh realities of the universe, too, that if something happened to the sun or to the earth or the moon, any one thing, you know, it changes everything for everything else that's in the field of the influence of that, which is virtually everywhere from our perspective, you know? Or if it's, you know, it's basically everywhere for us individually in each of our countries. Right? We can communicate with other environments to some extent. Which is, you know, probably something ancient people would equate with prayer, right? That would probably be their best analog for communicating with someone around the world. Well, I mean, no. A vision, how would that work in that little spiritual mind? I guess it depends. But you get what I'm saying, right? Or am I just ranting now? Where did I start? I started how I don't like to do assigned work, but currently like my job. It's incidentally the same as my first job for a different company, which is in many ways it's self-demeaning, not because of the job itself or you know, it's manual labor, but not the manual labor is, it's self-demeaning. You know, you have to do manual labor to do things, but the pay and just the inherent class status of it all, and my age being in my 30s, you know, it's I'm just trying to get some detail out here and some balance to this whole thing. Smoke, so I can get some heat wave feeling going, but I'm gonna have to do that all over the painting. Maybe I need a more expedient way to do that. Or maybe I just got distracted again. But should we call it on this guy and move to one of the thumbnails? Should we do RFK? He's not really in the news lately. I mean, he is. Just has basically done his job as far as they're concerned. One sec, I gotta plug this thing in. Man, I'll figure out how to get that fire looking right next time. Save that. Should I go back to the wall of death? What am I steam? Oh, some castle crashers. Stevie noise, yeah. Just need to get out of that. Alright. Oh, you guys can't see this one. Right. I totally lost my mind. This will get me there. Bardo. Patreon. Video work. For some reason, all my Patreon stuff's in video work folder. That's Port Bland from our comic we're working on. Just very rough. Sketch, military base. And that's Steven. You guys know the guy. Let's see, where is he? Come on out, Stevie. He's not in guides. Why would he be in guides? Stevie's not our guide. Let's go. There he is. Oh, I got a new head on my other. I got to open Krita for that. I don't have them all. I haven't collected all of them. I don't spend very much of my. Ah, oh, she's not in this one. No, that's the JPEG. I need the project. Create a file. Krita is another software I use. It has animation. It's open source. You should donate, help them. You should also give them feedback on their software so that they can make it way better and smoother and more awesome, so that I can be more motivated to animate more. To animate it all. But let me get my little, let me get the little, that's what I should have said. Got weird. I just need to flatten layer. Copy. And paste. Oh, she's tiny. Oh, can I add transform? Boink! Oh. You saw the cowboy hat and you knew who it was. Shift key. There. You can hide behind the skull. You're in trouble. They're all in trouble. You know what? All of you get behind the skull. Where is it? I do need 5 NATO. Do I have NATOs? Alright. There's bullets in there. Color! It needs color. I'm gonna have to color it. I was gonna do just black and white. But it needs colors. We can see the bullets. Shadows. That's the light source? No, that's not. Clearly. What? Okay. I need my... And I was using this one. Here. So 25. Okay. It's a weird sun, huh? It's not a sun. A bug come to destroy your world. I need to get more pillowy with these clouds, I think. Screw this thing. I know what the light source is. And you guys will see what it is. Man, this music makes me dance. I do need more overlap on these, more dimension to these clouds. Maybe I should paint them, huh? 'Cause this is turning into the line work clearly. When I hurt the half, but that's probably why I called it sketch, so I wouldn't feel bad about hurting it. Because hurting it is not hurting it, it's just getting there. In this case, that's not a philosophy, don't run with that. You know, pain is not pleasure. It's not down unless you're talking about law and order and general overwhelming morals and ethics of society. Then up is down. Isn't that what Jesus Tales is? I did say that. Ooh. Copy. Why? Oh. Why is that not? Why is the ink not inking? Huh? Tell me this. I'm getting scared. My ink's not inking. It's inking there. Why is it not inking this layer? Oh, cause I'm such a dumbass, and that's on stream. Oh, God. Oh my gosh. Erg. I didn't say oh my gosh because I'm afraid of using the God's name in vain. Okay, because God is a title. Everyone knows this. Wait, we're not in Sunday school anymore. Yeah, kind of like that. Oops. I opened a weird window. Kind of like that one. Yeah. Man, I got it. Okay, good. I already did the hard parts on the skull. I blacked out their eyes, but I could use that skull reference again. I'll just do that. Thanks to Piasu for their music again. I wish I had more variety, but I have like some stuff from the YouTube library. I gotta do all this, you know. Can't be changing music all the time unless there's requests, you know. Although I don't really want to play copyrighted music on this. So I just play this stuff. Anyway, let's work on Stevie. I think he's mostly good, but I kind of want to sell it like it's him more, you know? Where is he? Alright, Stevie, come behind this, in front of the skull. Oh crap, he's combined with the others. Alright, you stay back there, gnome. Dumb hat. How many gallons can you fit in there? Wow, look at those soulless eyes. There's no heart. Is his eyeballs bald? Eyeballs bald? Are his eyeballs bald? Are they? Should I make it more violent looking like that? By making his eyebrow more tense, cocked up? Or should I just remove some eyebrows? I'm sure he has eyebrows, right? Or are they just light? Dark. I don't know. I don't fucking care about his eyebrows. I just want the picture to be bright, you know. Do I have? I don't have the one that I base this on. Right? Find it. Be right back. Wait, I don't need to open that. I have it on the hard drive somewhere. I need to get rid of Firefox and reinstall it. It's doing something weird. Alright. Find my reference for Steven. Where is it? It'll be in the Steve folder. Yeah. There it is. Wow, it's almost as small as real life. Almost as small as real life. Just had to really get that one. The performance. It's all performance, folks. I don't mean anyone ill will. Even these guys. Don't want them to die or get hurt. I don't want anyone to get hurt, you know. Especially these guys. I want them all to live long enough to think about what they've done in shame, you know. I don't know. I don't want anything over anyone's life, to be honest. I just want people to be left alone. That's all I want. I want people to not just be left alone, but be cared for. Not just taught how to live, but taught how to learn for themselves. And then given the resources to make the world a better place the way they know how. The way only they know how. But it's more complex than that, isn't it? This is what I need to get, is the connections here. Nice and detailed, and then I need to get shadows. There's shadows. Oh, my reference, that's what I was thinking about. Hey, what are you doing? What? Isn't she in there? Why is she hiding with the rest? Did I not put the gnome reference in there? Ah, get out of my lines. You need to go to timeout. Hey. Oh, well, I do need this guy, so. Where is he? Down here. No. Yeah. So I'm gonna get rid of the cheek lines, mostly. Oops. That was all for me trying to get his face proportion somewhat. Let it be known this is a legally protected act. If the laws hold and all that. But you can't have it both ways, guys. Come on. That's too much on that, makes it not like him. I was trying to do my stylized shading and failing. I do need more lines shading in some places. I don't know, we all need to start looking at solutions for what's going on here that are in the hands of us, regular people. The labor has been destroyed. Manufacturing is gone. People have more reason to trust China and Russia than they do the US. Not that they have any reason to trust any government, but as far as statements about your country at this point, I don't know. I wouldn't trust them 100% either, still, because obviously they're going to have their own motives, but they might not care two shits about us. You know, but they're in more position to be honest about our government than our government is, obviously. Can you believe it? Can you believe that? I mean, we've been told it by people our entire lives, you know, here and there. People said this and that. You know, they've always been on the outside because of it. Get too much noticing from the inside, then stuff happens. So people are scared. But remember Caesar in the Apes movie? With the sticks? Out of many, one. You know, that's one thing. Now, my dad is... I'm not going to talk about my dad. Obviously, I don't want to talk about personal shit too much, but like many of you, my dad is currently, as far as I know, still... I don't know how he feels about what's going on right now, to be honest. I haven't talked to my brother about that. They don't like
or I don't want to speak for them either, but, you know, it's hard to talk about this shit. It is. But one thing he always told me is my grandpa said you can never have enough friends. You can never have too many friends. And that's true. And I think it's, I don't know, maybe something that are a lot of people have never learned or lost along the way, or it's been beaten out of them. Different things for a lot of people. I was lost. Luckily nobody around me tolerated my shit, except for my dad, you know. And so I feel partially. Does he have any hair anymore? Right now? I want to be current, you know. Stephen Miller, I mean, not my dad. This guy has never even, if he's ever heard that philosophy, he's laughed at it. Or he's cynically thought of friends, gathering friends to be used. Or if he had friends, he lost them over this weird, evil, Germanic born. I don't know. That's not what I want to say. That sounds racist. I don't have any ill will toward Germany. You know, you can't generalize. Just describe specific people's actions and trends within groups of people. Based on the environment that they're in. And their choices. Not based on anything related to like their appearance or. And when I mean their choices, I mean their actions, what they do that affects them and the world around them. You know, we want to promote life of all people. I don't care who you are. It's not selective process. Otherwise, none of us would have been born. And if you're all about natural selection, then back the fuck off and let nature do its thing. You know? It's such an inconsistent, it's not even an ideology, it's just like a line, a script used to justify cruelty. I'm getting lost in these lines. Sorry if you don't like them, I think they're messy, but I am trying to evoke a feeling, and it's kind of doing it. Alright. I'm just so intimidated by the face, man. Can't get it right. I do want it to look like it's squeezing at me. Shirt's squeezing. I think I've combined all this, huh? Yep, so I gotta be careful around the peak and stuff. Barbed wire. Do you wanna put the shiny sheets? If you're in chat, you say yes or no to the shiny cheeks. Shiny bulbous. Not bulbous, but you know. I guess you could say that. Man, it's just hard to do the hatch shading because it's hard to. My tip isn't perfectly aligned to my cursor. Hitting the mic. My style tip. Time it is. Six here. 6 here. 5. 6. See, if I add detail to the hair, then it won't look like that anymore. But I have seen that wretched video now, so I know I have curly hair. So it wouldn't. I just need to. I mean, I need. Where's that one? I was using absorption. I just need this for a guide. Just a little, you know. I am gonna add some color and shading and stuff, so it won't show up too much. Man, I need the shadows first, probably, huh? Time to draw with the absorption. Can I do that? Ew. No. Ew. What's different about it on the size? It's like way larger. Jesus. Too dark though. And I don't, it's gotta be sharp. So that clash is really hard. Man, I am at a loss, bro. All right, we'll go back. We'll keep the lines, but we'll remove a lot of them. And we just need to get the lines done. So color, the fun part. Is the fun part, color. Line drawing is not fun. It's fun. It's fun. You just, sometimes it's not fun. I don't like drawing buildings unless they're not up to code, you know. So this whole comic book is going to be quite a massive undertaking unless I can find a background artist who can do really, I mean, I'll do some background scenes, of course. I mean, I'll do them all if I have to, of course. But, yeah. Would be cool to find a background artist. I got all this stuff I want to do, and then I almost joined a game dev team, and they were awesome. And it was really cool, and I was like, I did like some of the, I was working on the main character's animations, and I wasn't even up to streaming yet, man. I was trying to though, and you know, it was like a repeat of all these other times in my life that I had to like, or maybe I didn't have to leave something behind, and I had that question of what if I didn't have to leave that behind, and I just made like one of the worst decisions of my life. And now my life, it just isn't gonna be as good as it would have been if I took that other turn, you know. Maybe I would have made more friends or something, you know. Gotten further in like dreams, you know. But you know, that's enough for me to write a song about, huh? I mean, he would have cleaner hair, right? I don't know. But I don't know. I don't think that was a real picture. The one with him with big feet. Or maybe he just looked big to me. But it was on the Channel 5 interview with Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. And it cracked me up. This man said the sheer stature of the guy. It's also not just these guys, it's anybody who's like cheerleading all this shit. We're all gonna remember who you are. That's why they hide their faces. I'm adding more lines, but I'm cleaning it up a bit. So it's more like catch.
gonna split those. I don't trace the. I think I did trace the photo. To be honest. So the hairlines. Right. But I didn't trace it like 1-to-1. I just did like the form of the. The silhouette, basically. Normally I wouldn't do that. I would avoid that. Not avoid, look at something you have to avoid. Something you do. I just wouldn't do it, you know. But I would make a point about not doing it. But I made an exception here. Because I wasn't confident and I really wanted to call back to this photo. Even though it's not really recent news. But it does say a lot that he's just yawning in Congress. I'm sure it's boring. A lot of people yawn who aren't taking over the world. That's what they're doing, by the way. They're doing an empire. They're trying to take over the world. Like Pinky in the Brain, man. They got underground bunkers and shit, man. Okay, Alex Jones seeing all of his wildest nightmares come to life, and then he's like, awesome! Just so he can fucking keep his business. I don't really like what I did here. Alex Jones ruined my life, and then I was told by some guy on the internet that was calling into those conspiracy shows to, I don't know, be a dissenting voice, I guess. You know, I don't know him or who he is or everything he thinks, but what was it that I heard a guy say? He said a lot of stuff anyway, but it just made me think less fantastically. I was thinking way too fantastically, dude. The Giants and shit, and you know, that stuff is real. The point was like, not that that stuff isn't real, or there's not evil conspiracies or satanic shit. It's just that people were already back then, and they always have, you know, trying to find them under every corner and then blaming each other and then killing each other, you know. He was also saying like some other specific stuff was going to happen in the future. Not that it was a prophecy that he should be believed, but that it was something that all of us could see if we would just look. I remember some stuff that he said, not everything. And I can't like back up everything that he said. Obviously, because I don't know the person. It's just a nameless voice on the internet. But the things that he did say, the ones that I understood. Yeah, he should be on his side. Yeah, whatever. His shirt is all fucking crazy. The lapel should come to there. Or have his tie come out more this way. Just get rid of that. The lapel should have more shadow though. At least. I'm gonna have to draw through an erase. Dinner might be ready. Hang on. I have to take a break. Sorry about that extra long break there. Just eat dinner. Salmon, pesto, rice, and peas. Are peas kosher? I don't know. I do not know. But, you know, I like to eat clean. So, I guess I'll look at it. For your health. Eat food that grows in the same latitude as you, same climate as you. What I said about environment at the top of the stream, how it affects everything within it. Well, you can acclimate to your environment to some extent by eating food from your environment. At least that's my guess. Stands to reason. Variety is the spice of life, though. So I go with the latitude thing. That's another thing that voice on the internet said that made sense to me. Oh man, am I overdoing it with the weird gross shapes here that look like death? I'm just sort of going random over here. Stream soon. Oh, what happened to your eyes, Steven? So lines are falling. I was using the big brush. Just don't want it to feel incomplete anywhere, you know, and it is quite incomplete. Blurring my eyes a lot. Trying to find the shapes that need
more seen. Or less seen. Zoom in. Come on. Give me 25%. There. That's better. A little. Yeah. It's not what I wanted, though. That's what I wanted. Oh. Gotta do this now. Clear, that's a continuation of that line. Whatever. I'm gonna finish this Stephen Miller. It's gonna look more like Stephen Miller. Hair's not right. This is where I gotta blur my eyes looking at his face. No. Too dark. Said I was gonna get rid of the hatching on his face, huh? I wanna get it right, bro. His face is not. I think I see part of the problem. This collar's not great either. I hear my dog out there. I don't have my soundproofing up right now. Alright, so this is the light source, by the way. See, sometimes I can get a good thing going. It doesn't look kind of perfect, but keep looking at space up there.
I gotta get this right. I made his eyes more.
Made his eyes more different. Okay, we're gonna simplify. Doesn't have a very prominent brow, huh? I do want him to do that because he's vomiting. So I guess it would be down a little more. This is an old picture of him too. But it was it's what gave me that idea. Alright. I hope my dad sees that Jesse Ventura clip. It's hard to speak to, but I have to eventually. Also, this line. Did I bite off more than I could chew here? Time will tell. Hitting the mic. Sorry. I don't know if anybody else is in this stream chat anymore, but if you are, I would appreciate it. I would like to. Okay, like this thing. Oh shit! What the hell? Feedback. All right. That nose. Want it to be accurate. Don't know how big his nose is. Or yeah, I got his nose arch way too big. And I don't want to be accused of anything that I'm not doing. Not that kind of a guy. Does that shit. I use ideas, not, you know, stereotypes. Use my brain to think. Therefore, don't need to fall on stereotypes. Let's really put some stuff up there. Is that what this is now? I just want the people who are familiar with the picture to be able to recognize it, you know. And I don't know if I'm pulling it off. Because I cover up space quite a lot. Yeah, I kind of want a lot more darkness here. But I can't contradict my light source. I'm trying it. Yeah. Wonder what my art teachers think of this, huh? I work at a grocery store, pushing shopping carts. And I do this. I think I like that, what I started there, having it come out here this way. But it is going to take more work to get all these lines. I just kind of want to plan out sort of I want to stagger it out here, like, all right. There. That's a note for next time. We're gonna call it, I guess I gotta put more skelly. No, yeah, probably. Yeah, that'll make it easier on me. Cover up some of those horizontal lines there. Okay, zoomed out, I can see where I need to start doing more work on steam. So we'll do a little more, and then I'll call it in here. We'll clean it up afterward. It should be curved, but it's hard to get those curves. That looks flat, brah. Flat as shit, man. I fell in love with a girl once because she could paint way better than I could. And she was pretty. I think I already had a crush on her. But that, when I started painting, that was when I thought, oh man, I gotta have to go to prom and shit. And then, of course, I never went to prom. Wasn't my kind of thing anyway. Coming into view a little more, getting the contrast down. Shadows, figure out. Do you need to redo the shadows based on what I figured out about my dumb light source? Shadows on this side is being all inconsistent. Oops. All right. Now I feel like we need to reverse some of this. You know, a little bit. Maybe unify it a bit better. This. Oh. Then yeah. The handcuffs there. Get your light source right. That was from the sketch stage mostly. So you want to have unity in the hatch lines? Yeah, the direction they're going.
if they're on the same surface,
So that it feels like one surface, you know?
that's very hard for me when I've already thrown all this detail onto it. You know, so what would have been smart to do here on the handcuffs would be to have the handcuff do the hatch lines, do the goop lines, and then erase those hatch lines. Probably would have been easier. You probably get more interesting stuff going on with that. So maybe I'll do that next time. So I'll leave that there as a note. All right. Well, I got reference now. Kinda. I don't.
But I don't want to use the undo button now. I want to finish the stream, but my ADHD is taking me.
All right, we'll figure that crap out next time. The readability of his freaking face. God. Chin. I don't know, another layer. Yellow. That's what I'm working on next time. Alright, people. Thanks for watching. We drew Stephen Miller. I'm gonna open up freaking RFK just because he's on the thumbnail. Let's see. I was inking him. It's another one with not much background. Oh, it looks like I was doing an American flag bleeding down from the ceiling. That's gonna be pretty cool. We'll do him next time before we get back to Miller. I mean, we'll try to fix his face next time, but I want to spend more time on this guy because I'm liking what I got going with his face lines. You know? Yeah, I'll leave that. All right. That's your little preview for next time.
My ADHD's taking hold again.
Okay, save. Save. Goodbye. Oh, wait.
check out our gaming videos on Uchiland on YouTube. Check out my Patreon. You'll get high-res versions of all these drawings. And what else? You know, I haven't been posting on Patreon a lot because I haven't finished any drawings lately, but I will soon. I'm working on these. Working on the comic book. You can get all the background notes that I have. I don't have the notes ready because on the Patreon. I'm just sort of doing like, I guess, what do you call those, like dossiers about them, about progress we're making and details about the setting and the characters and stuff. And yeah, we're working on our first comic book. It's a superhero comic about a man who can control his belly button linked with the power of his mind. So, thanks to a mysterious alien spore that's fallen from a cracked open meteor out in outer space. So it's pretty cool, pretty experimental, pretty vast. We have a long story planned for it with lots of characters with crazy powers from the spores and stuff like that. And if you join for the higher tier, the lowest tier is $2 and you get everything. $2 a month, you get everything. And that makes you a forest denizen of the Sicklewood, which is the woods surrounding the Gwendol Mountains in on the east outskirts of Hatchet City, and there's a military base out there and an observatory and other stuff. So you can roam around and harass the military as a forest denizen. What else? Oh, or if you join the $5 tier, that was metaphorical what I said. I call the $2 tier is forest denizen. But if you join the $5 tier, you can actually be in the comic as a background extra. You can help me design a character that will appear in the background of the comic as a citizen of Hatchet City. And that will make you a Hatchet citizen. You know, everyone will get their names printed in the back of the comic book. And I don't know if that's written on the site, but I did plan on that. So I'll put that on there. It's not. That goes for the $2 tier as well. It'll be split on the list between Hatchet citizens, forest denizens. I don't want to list the prices there because I feel like that would be too. I mean, I probably won't even list the tiers. It'll just be everybody's name together. You know, because the $5 tier already gets recognition for being in the comic book somewhere, and you get to look for them. You know, that'll be cool. And they will all, you know, there's a chance they could become full-time characters if something just happens to happen to them. You know? Because we gotta, you know, we're populating a city. So, anyway, if you do that, thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much just for being on this planet and watching my stream and taking care of each other out there and yelling at your congressman to abolish ICE completely. You know, defund the police. Or come up with a different system altogether. How's that? We can do it together. You know, we have the world's knowledge at our fingertips. If we work together, we can do anything. So, see you guys. Take care of yourself.
try to stay safe.
Mwah.